Hi, welcome to the GSD-SEF video on ISEF Form 4, Human Participants, presented by the Student Leadership Board. During this video, we will talk about the instructions to complete ISEF Form 4, Human Participants, completing the instructions on Form 4, and any additional forms which might be necessary. Let's start by going to the gsdsef.org website. From here, we go to Students, then How to Participate. We can scroll down to step 4, where we find Table 4B with different forms. And here we can find the Form 4, which is Human Participants. Now you can click on how to complete the Human Participants form. In step 1, you should become familiar with the guidelines and rules involving participants in each of these website references. Also talk to your teacher or supervisor about what you want to do. In the second step, you can download ISEF Form 4 and fill in your information into this top box. Remember, this is a fillable PDF, so you can edit it and fill in the information straight from your computer. In Instruction 1, you are asked to write a research plan with a number of items which must be addressed. Now let's return to the How to Complete ISEF Form 4 instructions. Step 2. For your research plan, you must include information about participants, recruitment, methods, risk assessment, protection of privacy, data confidentiality, and also the informed consent process. Your research plan will be attached for the SRC. For Instruction 2, make a copy of any surveys or questionnaires you will be using and attach this for the SRC as well. For Instruction 3, make a copy of the informed consent form that you are using. There's a sample ISEF informed consent form in the How to Complete ISEF Form 4 document. Attach this as well for the SRC. For the informed consent form, if the participants are under the age of 18, a parent or teacher must sign. A teacher's signature is only valid if their class is being tested and does not involve tasting or smelling anything or any physical activities. Finally, in step 4, if you are working with a qualified scientist, have him or her fill out the qualified scientist form too.
Now we are going back to the actual Form 4 through the IRB box. This is what the Human Participants Form 4 looks like. Please note that IRB stands for Institutional Review Board. Typically, you would need 3 signatures here from the IRB at your school: a medical professional, an educator besides your teacher, and a school administrator. If you have an IRB at your school, please get their signatures. However, if there is no IRB at your school, the GSDSEF SRC will serve as your IRB, but with one exception. If your project is off campus or does not involve students, you may send in Form 4 unsigned, but with all the other necessary documents. The GSDSEF SRC will be your IRB. However, if the project is done at a school site with students from that site, the administrator or the principal at the site where the project is done must sign. The GSDSEF SRC will provide the other 2 signatures. Now, let's move on to other forms that might be necessary. If you are working at a university or other regulated research institution, then you will need Form 1C. You will also need a letter from the Institutional Review Board of the regulated research institution granting permission of your project. If you are working under the supervision of a scientist, either at school or in a regulated research institution, then you will need Form 2 for a qualified scientist. Finally, if there are any risks to participants, both physically and mentally, by participating in your project, then you will need Form 3 risk assessment. In summary, for any project involving human participants that you will need to send to the GSDSEF SRC Form 4, a detailed research plan, any questionnaires or surveys used, the informed consent form, and any other necessary forms based on where and how the project is done. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, please contact us at Contact Us Online at the bottom of any GSDSEF website page. Good luck for the fair!